Fanhome has released new information on their upcoming revival of the Star Trek Starships collection. So let's take a look at that because there is quite a bit to dive into. You can already see it right here. We've got a release date, November 2024. So that's literally a month away. We've got some previews of the first couple ships, those being the Titan A and the Stargazer. If we scroll down a little bit, we get some closer sneak peeks. Let's start from the beginning. Here are some close-up shots of the first two models, those being Titan A and Stargazer, and these really, they really capture like a lot of the detail that a lot of the Eagle Moss models have. Also, some of the flaws that the Eagle Moss models have is, as you can see, misalignment in the windows. When I first saw this, I had to laugh because they really are just being just like Eagle Moss was. It really just made me laugh. Like more of them right there, more misalignments. But overall, aside from that though, these do look really nice. I'm actually quite impressed that they were able to basically just recapture what they were doing with Eagle Moss. So it's literally like these are going to blend in perfectly well with the original Eagle Moss collection. So if you have a bunch of those, these will sit. You can just sit these right next to them, and they will just look absolutely the same. They're even using the same stands, which I really liked. I hate it when model ships always poke a little hole in the bottom of the ship. I've always hated that. I always liked these clear plastic stands better, so because you can kind of see through them. They latch onto the ship rather than puncture the ship, which it does have its ups and downs though, depending on the ship itself though. Like these look like they'll be pretty solid, but some of the ships they don't fit like the greatest. The XL Dideridex from the original collection is probably one of the best examples of those stands being absolute crap because they didn't balance it properly, so it would literally just like tip over. But hopefully Fanhome will do a little bit better job of kind of testing those out, making sure those stands actually fit properly. We've also got some pricing information. I'll get a little bit more into this. Just know if you pre-order it with the subscription service, you get the first model a little bit cheaper than you normally would, but I'll get to more information on the pricing structure later. For now, we're going to focus on what's to come with the collection, because we know that they are going to be doing a bunch of ships from the newer shows, including Star Trek Picard, Prodigy, Lower Decks, Discovery, and Strange New Worlds. And in fact, here you can even see we got the Titan A and the Stargazer, which we also see, but we also see the Enterprise F, which is the one I'm most excited for. And scrolling down a bit further, more pricing information. Again, I will get further into that later in the video. Then some more looks at the upcoming models. That's not how that was placed into the stand in the upper screenshot. Again, they really are being just like Eagle Moss, because plenty of Eagle Moss's promo shots showed off the ship being placed improperly in the stand. That should be latched onto the saucer, not the nacelle pylons, which are probably plastic, which while the saucer's probably made of metal, so that's probably not the best way to display that. You probably want to latch that onto the saucer. Scrolling down even further, we've got some specifications on the actual collection models themselves. A lot of the models, the standard sizes are going to be between 5.9 and 9.8 inches long, which is pretty wide variety. Like the 9.8 is what I would expect here. We've got they actually show off the sizes of the first few models, so we'll get an idea of how big some of these are going to be. But 5.9 is a bit small in my opinion, but I guess that's going to be like some of the more squat models, maybe like some of the more wide ones. It'll really depend on the scale of the size differences of the actual models themselves. So I guess there's going to be quite a bit of variety in terms of the actual size depending on the ship itself. They're based off the original VFX files, which we kind of suspected that to begin with. That Eagle Moss was doing the same thing with the later shows. Exclusive collector's edition magazine. So yeah, they'll have a magazine that'll have like background information on the ship, just like Eagle Moss had. Diecast models, incredibly accurate, fully licensed. We also know the size of the collection is going to be 20 ships for the whole collection. Initially, I wouldn't be surprised if that goes up though, depending on how well these sell, because the original Eagle Moss Star Trek collection was the same way. It was only supposed to be a certain number. I think it was like 50 or something like that. But then they kept increasing it because they kept selling so well. So I'm betting if these sell well enough, they will do another set of whatever number they deem necessary, probably like another set of 20, and then keep going until people stop buying them. It'll also probably depend on how many more Star Trek shows and or movies end up happening too, because Lower Decks is ending. Prodigy, we don't know if it's been renewed yet. Picard is over. Discovery's over. We've got Starfleet Academy coming, and we've got Section 31 coming, but we don't know how much more Star Trek entertainment we're going to be seeing in the future. So depending on how much, how many ships those newer shows produce will probably depend on how much is going to be produced for the collection, and especially because they didn't list anything from Section 31 or from Starfleet Academy in the upcoming collection, so there's still room for it to grow, but at the same time it's also going to depend on how much growth Star Trek itself has, I imagine. Especially considering they haven't really given any indication that they're going to be covering ships from the older shows as well, especially because Eaglemoss already kind of covered all of those. There are very few ships that Eaglemoss didn't make models of, so I imagine they're just kind of leave those to them. I wouldn't be surprised. I don't know. I was about to say I wouldn't be surprised if they kind of took on those, but they've given no indication to that, so it's, I don't know. It would be nice if they did, but at the same time, who knows what's going to happen there. Okay, now we've got another look at the first two ships. We know they're going to be Titan and the Stargazer. We've got release dates for them. Literally, Titan A is a month away, coming out on November 6th for subscribers. Again, I'll get more into the subscription model in a bit. And then Stargazer will come out the following month, being available for subscribers on December 5th. If you are not subscribed, however, basically you gotta wait a month, so non-subscribers will have to wait until December 5th for Titan A, and then non-subscribers will have to wait till January 5th for Stargazer. And given how the pattern here, I imagine the third ship in the collection is probably going to be releasing for subscribers on January 5th, and then will be available to everyone else in March. And actually, I'm pretty sure we already know what that ship is going to be. It's going to be the Farragut from Strange New Worlds, because those were the first three ships that they announced initially. Additionally, though, they've also given a preview of some of the XL models that are going to be releasing. They've announced that among the XL, they are going to be releasing XL models in this collection as well, and among them are going to be the Enterprise F, the Enterprise G, the Voyager A, and the Protostar. They've even given the order that these will be released. Apparently, they're just going to be releasing them as like every fourth model. So the first XL is going to be package number 4, and then the next one will be 8, and then next one 12, then the last XL will be number 16. So if I'm interpreting this right, so Titan A comes out in November, Stargazer comes out in December, then Farragut should be out in January. So by February, we should have the first XL model of the list, and I'm guessing that's going to be Enterprise F, because, I mean, it's the only one pictured here. Scrolling down a bit further, we got a little bit of info on like what the magazines are going to look like. They're a little different than what the Eaglemoss what the Eaglemoss magazines looked like, so the formatting's a bit different, but that's fine. It's not really that big of a deal. It's just, it's really the information inside of it you want to get a hold of. So that's not really not much of a preview there, but that's kind of the idea of what it'll look like. There's a little preview guide that I will show you guys through later. Then with the subscription, just like with what Eaglemoss used to do, they are offering free little gifts as you maintain your subscription. So for this one, you will get access to a replica of the Titan A's dedication plaque, an exclusive version of the Pathfinder class called USS Eves, which I'm guessing means somewhere in the collection there's going to be another Pathfinder version, probably that has a different name on it, probably the Voyager B, because that was in Picard. You also get this cool Akutogram that kind of looks like the Turbolift Elcar's layout in the Titan A, which looks really cool. I'd be more into that if it was a different ship, but I've always loved the Elcar's aesthetic. I've always loved the look of that, so that's kind of cool looking. Get this neat little mug with a little Ractigino logo on it, and I think there was one more. And a binder for all your magazines, which again is something Eaglemoss did as well. Okay, now checking out the preview for the collector's guide here. So this is just a little preview, so it's probably not going to be like the entire thing. We can see Titan A, we got Stargazer and Farragut up here. We get some look at some other upcoming ships, which means, so we also know that somewhere in the collection we're also going to see the Helios 12 from Star Trek Picard Season 3, the Protostar, and the Dauntless from Star Trek Prodigy. We've also got some sizing information on some of the upcoming models. Like Titan A is going to be 8.66 inches or 222. This is millimeters. I'm pretty sure that's a typo. That's got to be centimeters. The Stargazer is going to be 7.9 inches or 200 centimeters, and Farragut is going to be 7 inches or 180 centimeters. And then, of course, there's the one I really care about, the Enterprise F, which is going to be the one of the XL models, which is going to come in at 10.6 inches at 270 centimeters. And then down here, we get more information on the magazine. So again, kind of the idea of how these are going to be formatted. Not that different from the Eagle Moss stuff, but kind of a little different. But, you know, it's really just going to be a magazine with info on the ship. And then another look at the gifts that you'll get with the subscription service. I'm guessing this will be the order they'll come in. So after a couple weeks, you'll probably get the binder. Then a few more weeks, you'll get the dedication plaque, then the mug, then the Okudagram, and then the exclusive USS Eves. Yeah, it says exclusive variant of the Pathfinder class from Season 3, which means there'll probably be a different version of the Pathfinder class in the main collection with a different name. And again, I'm going to guess that's Voyager B because that was... I mean, it's Voyager. Come on. Trek Central has also put out an article announcing about the new collection from Fanhome, which has a little bit more information. They're also confirming that the Ilios will be part of the first 6 ships released in the collection, as well as the Shrike, which we haven't seen any images of yet, but apparently that's going to be among the first 6. What else was there? Another picture of the models themselves. I do like that they've recreated the same stands that the original Eagle Moss collection had, just, you know, for the sake of like synergy. It all blends in together, which I really like. More info on this, the magazines and the XLs. Oh, the Trek Central article does confirm the order in which the XLs are going to be coming out. So yeah, Enterprise F, that is going to be Package 4. Enterprise G is going to be Package 8. Voyager A is going to be Package 12, and Protostar is going to be the last at Package 16. So if I'm right, that means Enterprise F should be launching for subscribers in February, and then Enterprise G in June, then Voyager A in October, and Protostar in February of 2025. And then there's a little more info on the special gifts that come with the subscription service. Basically, a lot of the same thing. They just cover what gifts were announced, but they do give a little information that when some of these will be coming out. For example, the binder and the mug will be coming with Package 3, while the USS Eves will be coming with Package 20. Each model will come with a 16-page magazine that provides in-universe profile of the ship and explores the design process with exclusive art and brand new interviews with the production team. So yeah, a lot like the magazines from the old collection. Ben Robinson, who worked on hundreds of similar models, again with the Eagle Moss collection, will supervise the whole project on the same scale as the most recent Starship collection. So yeah, this confirms Ben Robinson, who headed up the previous Starship collections with Eagle Moss, has moved over here to the Fanhome collection, which is good because Ben Robinson did a fantastic job with that. He really shows his love and dedication for Star Trek, and it's good to see him continuing that with this new collection. Now, let's talk about pricing, because there are going to be 2 different ways you could obtain these models, either through the subscription offer or through single purchases. Without the subscription, each Starship will cost $65. That's just the standard scale ones. I know the XL ones will cost a bit more. How much was that? Hold on. Here it is. The XL models will be $95 without the subscription. Additionally, the single purchases option charges you an additional $5 for shipping and handling per Starship. So technically, while it's called single purchase, you can order multiple Starships, but depending on how many model ships you order at once, it is going to increase the cost of shipping and handling. So if you just buy one ship, you'll be spending $65 plus an additional $5 for shipping and handling. So that's $70 plus whatever taxes you have, depending on where you are. You'll also be limited on how many ships you'll be able to purchase in one order. You'll only be able to order 10 individual units per purchase, but that'll also be limited to 3 per unique starship, which I'm assuming means you'll only be able to order 3 of the same ship at most. So like if you want to get like up to 10 ships, but you want to get multiple copies of the same ship, you'll only be able to get 3 copies of that individual ship. So like if you want to get like 3... if you want to get multiple orders of the Titan A, you'll only be able to get 3 at most in one order. And lastly, to non-subscribers, you also only get them a month later after their initial release. So subscribers, they get for subscribers, they'll get the Titan A on November 6th, but non-subscribers won't have access to getting the Titan A until December 5th, a month later. But with the subscription, not only do you get earlier access than you would with a single purchase option, but they also come with some notable discounts. Like for the first model in the collection, so the Titan A, with the subscription, the first model will only cost $44.95, which, you know, as opposed to $65 for the first thing. Plus, you'll also get free shipping and handling. But any models after that will only be $55 per ship, which is a 21% discount compared to the $65 that they would normally cost. It would still be free shipping and handling for every subsequent ship, as well as getting priority delivery, so you'll get them faster as well. Now, the way the subscription works is a little confusing. It's not like you just pay a monthly and then they just keep sending you ships like with the old collection. With this one, it's more like you're just pre-ordering ahead of time at the discount. So basically, it's ensuring that you buy the next ship ahead of time when you order the first ship with the subscription. So to sign up for the subscription, all you got to do is just go to the pre-order for, where is it? There we go. Yeah, just go to the pre-order for the subscription. You click on it, and basically all it does is just, you know, throw in Titan A at the discounted price, but it's also immediately signing you up for the next ship in the collection, which for this one is going to be the Stargazer. But if the next ship is going to be an XL, then it's going to be a bit more expensive than the standard $55 that would be for the discounted price for subscription members. So yeah, like I said, it's a little more confusing because it's not just paying monthly, it's basically just consistently pre-ordering. So I guess like you'll still be covered under the subscription model once the next one comes out, so that one being Stargazer, but then it'll also charge you for the Farragut at the same time you order that one, I assume. Oh, and I spotted something. That's a little I guess there's gonna be a few more gifts planned later out, because that's not a Texas class right there. So I'm guessing we can also confirm that the Texas class is going to be somewhere in the collection as well. Yeah, the subscription model is a little confusing in my opinion. Honestly, though, I'm honestly thinking about buying into it. Though I don't really care about every ship in the collection that they've announced. Like, my big concern here is XL Enterprise F, and mainly the reason I'm signing up for the subscription is so I can get that ahead of time, make sure it doesn't sell out. Because that's one of the big things, reasons to get the subscription is because you don't know how much these are going to sell, how well these are going to sell while they're still in the a subscription exclusive phase for that first month. So it's really going to depend on how many people signed up for the sub and how many people engage with buying the next ships with that and whatever. I don't know. Honestly, I'm still debating on it. I'm probably going to get into it. Honestly, the big question is, would you guys be interested in me doing like unboxing videos for these models? Because if that's something you guys would be interested in seeing, then I could definitely see myself just consistently signing up, consistently getting each model and then doing unboxing videos for them in case you guys are interested in seeing those. So yeah, if that's something you guys would like to see, let me know in the comments down below. Overall, I'm pretty excited about this, but also that's because I am absolutely insane about model ships, because I do have quite a lot of them already, and this just means I'm going to get more, so yay. And there are some ships I've really been wanting out of a renewed Starships collection that are coming out of here. Like, Stargazer definitely looks really interesting. I'm definitely going to want to get that. You guys know how I feel about the Constitution 3, but I'm sure plenty of you are really interested in it, especially when we know that there's going to be a standard and an XL version of it, so you can either get Titan A as the standard model, or you can get Enterprise G as the XL model. But of course, this is the one I'm interested in. The Enterprise F, and especially the fact that the Enterprise F we know comes in an XL, that makes me really happy. Plus, Voyager A and Protostar will also be later XLs too, which that's really cool. Protostar I'll probably want. I'm not sure about Voyager A. I like it, but I'm gonna wait and see if it comes in honestly, with both of these, really, I'll wait and see if they come in standard sizes as well. Otherwise, I'll probably get the XLs if those are only being released as XLs. And because we know that there's going to be a variant of the Pathfinder class, there will probably be a standard version of the Pathfinder as well, which I'll definitely want. Honestly, I'm really hoping they release more of the Star Trek Online ships that Picard canonized as well. So I'd love to get like models of like the Reliant or the Ross class, and definitely the Gagarin. Gagarin would probably be the biggest one I'd want after Enterprise F. And hopefully we'll see more ships from lower decks. We saw in the checkout there was a little mistake. Someone had put Texas class in there, so I'm guessing we're going to be getting the Texas class in the regular collection as well. I'm really hoping to see the Obina class as well, the USS Archimedes, because I do love the Obina class. Though honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if they prioritize the Excelsior 2 over that, which I like the Obina better, but yeah, I'll probably end up getting both anyway. That's assuming either of those gets made in this collection. We don't know yet. And plus, the fact that they're only doing 20, there's going to be a limit on whichever ones they do. So some ships might get left out, especially from like Strange New Worlds. We've seen quite a few ships come out in that show so far, and we don't know how many of those are going to be translated into models. Some of them would be really difficult. Like there's that one Shepherd class, or not Shepherd class, that one Shepherd ship that with like all the spinny bits. I imagine that would be difficult to translate into one of these models, but that would be cool to see. That would be one I would love to get my hands on. Anyway, now I'm just rambling, so let's wrap this up. So let me know down below what you guys think of all of this so far. Are you excited for the new Fanhome collection? Are you excited for any of the models that they've previewed in this, in this announcement so far? Because we know Titan A is coming, Stargazer's coming, Farragut's coming, XL Enterprise F, as well as XLs of the Enterprise G, Voyager A, and Protostar are coming. We know the Helios is coming to the standard one, Texas, Pathfinder, and what was the other one? Oh, we saw pictures of the Protostar and the Dauntless in the preview PDF. Yeah, that's what, 10, 11 ships that we can kind of confirm that are going to be in the collection. So there's going to be 20 total. So there's still plenty other ships for them yet to announce. So yeah, let me know what you guys are excited for, what you guys are hoping to see. Let me know if you guys are hoping to purchase these on your own, or if you're going for the subscription, and let me know if you want me to do unboxing videos for these, because that's going to be kind of a deciding factor on whether or not I get the actual subscription for the whole thing, or if I just kind of pick and choose what I want. Oh, I totally forgot one big important detail, availability. So there was a big concern initially about regional availability on where these models are going to be releasing, and from what I can tell, it seems like they're only going to be releasing in the US and the UK. I haven't been able to find much information on that, and I've heard other people saying that it's unfortunate that they're not doing that. So it sounds like they're not going to be releasing outside of those countries yet. Maybe they will in the future, because I know Eagle Moss did eventually include more countries into their shipping window, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it doesn't look like these are going to be available much else in the world outside of the US and UK, which kind of a shame, really a big shame, especially if you live in any of those, outside of the US or UK. So hopefully they'll be able to expand their reach and ship to more places in the world. But for now, it looks like these are going to be only available in the US and UK. So if you've heard differently, let me know in the comments down below, because I would love to be wrong about that. But yeah, the Fanhome collection is literally a month away, so we are a month away from new Star Trek models, and I am excited for that. Even though the first model is the Constitution 3, which I really don't like, but still, new models. I'm probably going to get it anyway, just because it's the first one in the pre-order, and I'm just going to get the whole collection and then probably sell this one on eBay. But still, I am hyped for this. This is going to be fun, and especially because XL Enterprise F, that makes me so happy. I'm so happy for this. This is definitely the one I am most excited about, obviously, but there are others in here I am very excited about too. And like I said, remember, let me know if you guys want me to do unboxing videos for these, because that is going to determine whether or not I do the whole collection or not. Anyway, I said I would stop rambling, and then I kept doing exactly that. I kept rambling. So let's wrap this up. So, you do all the usual outro stuff I always talk about. Like, comment, subscribe. I really do appreciate that. I hope you enjoyed hearing about this. Again, let me know what you guys think down below. And yada, yada, yada. I will see you guys next time.